Red Zone weather in Broadening, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
Our first tornado warning of the day is in effect for parts of West Alabama, specifically northwestern Washington and southwestern Choctaw counties. Good Tuesday morning to you. I'm meteorologist Spinks Meganson. We're tracking a possible tornado approaching Waynesboro, Mississippi in Wayne County that's going to push into West Alabama in the next 20 minutes. This is a new tornado warning that has just come on the board for parts of southwestern Choctaw and northwestern Washington County over here in West Alabama. If you are in Milry, areas near Dunbar, Chapel Hill, Silas, you are first in line to see this tornado in West Alabama. So again, the call to action at this point is for Milry, Dunbar, Chapel Hill, and also Silas in West Alabama in parts of Washington and Choctaw counties. Hope you're having a nice start to your Tuesday. Obviously, the weather is the headline this morning as we have a significant severe weather risk setting up for the rest of the day. Could have multiple tornado warnings just like what we are seeing here. And this is a possible tornado moving into Waynesboro, Mississippi as of 8:21 a.m. This is a situation where we need you to take action as this is a warning and not a tornado watch. We already have the tornado watch in effect, and this is a tornado warning that has just come out for parts of northwestern Washington and southwestern Choctaw County. So the first thing we need to do is tell you exactly who is involved in this warning, because here's the deal. If you are in West Alabama, this is specifically an issue for the northern part of Washington County and southern Choctaw County. I'll show you the whole region quickly to say that most of us are involved in a watch. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning in progress for northern Clark County, and we'll come back and talk about that in just a minute. But let's focus first on the tornado warning that's in effect for parts of southwestern Choctaw and northern Washington County. And so if I call you out, you are involved in this tornado warning valid until 9 a.m. local time. Milry, Yarbo, Chapel Hill, Dunbar, areas near the Washington County Public Lake, which sits right here near Milry, and also Silas. Those are your communities involved in the tornado warning that's valid until 9 a.m. in West Alabama. And those are the only communities right now involved in a tornado warning. We also have this brand new severe thunderstorm warning that has just come on the board for northern Clark County. And this is going to be a new severe thunderstorm warning that's also valid until 9 o'clock, including places like Grove Hill, Fulton, Dickinson, Thomasville, Opine, Tallahassee Springs, Bashai, Coffeyville, Morven, also Campbell, Woods Bluff, and Zimco involved in a new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's turn on the radar data. Good morning to our executive producer, Bentley Martin. Glad she's here this morning as we are tracking multiple severe thunderstorms in West Alabama, one of which has prompted a tornado warning for parts of Washington County. And this is a tornado warning that's valid until 9 a.m. local time, and it's the reason that we've come on the air early on this Tuesday morning, April the 5th. And look, it's going to be a long day. We're probably going to have multiple tornado warnings throughout the day. The greatest risk over the next several hours is going to be across inland areas of southwest Alabama. But you can see the tornado watch does include all local counties, both coastal and inland. And so greatest risk inland, but we all have a tornado risk and really risk of large hail and damaging straight line winds as well in the coming hours. If you'll take me over to the radar scope source, please, and we'll go into our tornado warned storm and look at this on velocity. So you were looking at the reflectivity product, and let's put up our tornado warning banner since we're talking about that over in West Alabama. Much of Wayne County, Mississippi, under the gun from this tornado warning. It looks like this is really going to be a core issue for Waynesboro, Mississippi. Here's Waynesboro right here, and the possible tornado is right here, coming into the western side of Waynesboro, Mississippi right now. Very near, by the way, the U.S. Highway 84 corridor. And so we are encouraging no travel as of 8:24 a.m. in West Alabama on U.S. Highway 84 from Silas back over to the state line. And then in Mississippi, you can't be traveling on Highway 84 anywhere in Wayne County, near Waynesboro. Can't be traveling on 84. Also, we're calling no travel on Alabama State Highway 17, extending from Gilbertown back down to Chatham. You can't be traveling on Alabama State Highway 17 in Washington or Choctaw counties between Gilbertown or Milry. So again, watching this cell coming out of Mississippi, take me back over to LD1, please, ma'am, and we'll show you a wide view of what's happening across the region. While we kind of wait on this tornado situation to move in from Mississippi, let's also talk about the folks in northern Clark, because if you're in northern Clark County, you've got some rough weather right now. A severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for Thomasville, Fulton, Springfield, Sandflat, Dickinson, areas near the Thomasville school system, high school, middle school, elementary school, right there on the south side of town, near WJDB, and also near the industrial park. Large hail up to the size of a quarter is possible in Thomasville over the next few minutes. This is a hail core moving in from the southwest, and ultimately this is going to affect places like Sunny South and Pine Hill in Wilcox County. So again, watching a hail core in northern Clark County. In addition to the hail, you could have damaging straight line winds up to 60 or 70 miles per hour coming into Thomasville, Alabama. Right now, this storm is going to pass to the north of Grove Hill and also Jackson. If you're in Jackson, you are not under a warning of any sort right now. And the only tornado warning that we have as of 8:26 a.m. is coming into Waynesboro, Mississippi. The reason we are here is for northwestern Washington County, near Milry and the Public Lake, Dunbar, and Chapel Hill. Also southwestern Choctaw County involved in this tornado warning. We also note that we've had torrential rain falling in parts of Monroe County. This storm is under severe limits right now, but very heavy rain coming into Monroeville and also Mexie, Frisco City, Excel over the next few minutes. That storm is far below severe limits. Bentley, if you will, watch those Facebook Live comments and let me know if you have any reports of damage coming out of Mississippi. I have seen no reports of damage this morning so far, but it's very early on in this process, obviously, and this is your main batch of storms just now entering our local area in the tornado warning capital of the world, which is Washington County, Alabama. We get more tornado watches and warnings for Washington County than just about anywhere else on the planet. It is a hot spot. In fact, Yarbo, Alabama, believe it or not, is the tornado watch capital of the world. So many issues over the years in Washington County, so certainly not a stranger to severe weather. And we'll zoom into our storm because this is the reason we are here. This thing is bowing out somewhat. In addition to the tornado risk, could have damaging straight line winds coming into Waynesboro, Mississippi from the west. And these winds could be, screaming at 70 miles per hour, knocking down trees and power lines. That is a possibility. And the Weather Service continues to say that this storm is moving to the east at about 40 miles per hour. And so storms are wasting no time moving off to the west. On that trajectory, this is going to be an issue in West Alabama by the time we get to, say, 8:40 a.m. So in about 10 minutes, got about 10 minutes to make it happen in Milry, Yarbo, Dunbar, areas near the Washington County Public Lake, and Silas. Those are the communities involved in the tornado warning. If you know someone in those areas, call them, text them, tag them in the comments below and let them know that they are now under an active tornado warning. Same thing in Choctaw County. Here's Choctaw County, Alabama. The entirety of Choctaw County is under a severe thunderstorm warning. So no matter where you are in Choctaw County, Butler, Pennington, Needham, Lisbon, Gilbertown, Toxie, Silas, all involved in a severe thunderstorm warning. Damaging straight line winds up to 70 miles per hour possible across Choctaw County over the next few minutes. But again, we are here to cover the tornado warning, which is in progress for the southwestern corner of the county. So you need to be inside, away from windows, away from doors across Choctaw County. But the urgent call to action is in the southwestern corner down here near Highway 84 and near the community of Silas. Again, Gilbertown, Needham, Butler, Pennington involved in a severe thunderstorm warning, but not a tornado warning as of 8:29 a.m. The Weather Service noting as of 8:29 that we've got several circulations noted along this bowing segment, and what they're talking about is This particular segment of the line of thunderstorms right here coming into Wayne County, or moving through Wayne County, I should say, suggesting that a tornado could spin up at any time if there's not one down already. All right, so a serious situation in Wayne County, Mississippi. Let's go back over to the velocity view, and that certainly is visible here on the velocity as well. Let's go back over to radar scope, please. And you'll see right in through here, this is your main batch of thunderstorms moving through Waynesboro. Again, about 8 minutes, this is going to be in Alabama, in West Alabama. And of course, very early on in this process, we do have this tornado warning that's ongoing until 9 a.m. for parts of northwestern Washington and southwestern Choctaw counties. Let's go back over to our reflectivity here. And again, this is the main batch of thunderstorms today. And so once this moves through your location, you will get an all clear. No all clears just yet for any part of southwest Alabama or northwest Florida. We got the whole event ahead of us over the next several hours. And tell you what, take me back over to LD2. Let's show the state view because it has been a nasty morning across the state of Alabama in many spots. We have had large hail in parts of West Alabama up to the size of golf balls. In parts of Marengo County earlier near Linden, there was a report of golf ball size hail. I've seen social media photos suggesting that. We also had some large hail earlier in Butler County near McKenzie and Okie Streak. That cell has moved into Pike County, and there was moments ago a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for areas near Troy and Pike County. That is off of the board. This is simply a big glob of heavy rain in progress across the northern half of Alabama. Main batch of thunderstorms moving through Tuscaloosa and Livingston in West Alabama. Let's go back over to LD1. And again, we find ourselves in the midst of a potential severe weather situation across South Alabama and Northwest Florida today. But again, the reason we are here tracking these inbound storms from Mississippi as of 8:32 a.m. And the Weather Service has issued a polygon update. You can see that they've trimmed the western half of Wayne County out of the tornado warning. And Bentley, as of 8:32 a.m., we're kind of just waiting to see what this is going to do as it comes into West Alabama. And so just kind of waiting to see. In about 7 or 8 minutes, this thing is going to cross the state line and move into Alabama. But the Weather Service, in their assessment, determined that it was the right thing to do to go ahead and prompt a tornado warning for West Alabama. Let's zoom into Clark County, where we have a severe thunderstorm warning in progress for northern Clark. So a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Clark due to this possible large hail up to the size of quarters happening now in Thomasville, Springfield, Sandflat, and areas near Fulton, just to the north of there. This is going to come into Wilcox County over the next few minutes and be an issue for areas near Sunny South, Pine Hill, and Possum Bend along Alabama Highway 10. And so we would encourage you to not be on the road on Alabama Highway 10 extending from Dixon's Mills back over to Camden, as you could have large hail falling in that storm, which is a severe thunderstorm warning. So again, a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Clark. Also got some intense storms moving into Monroe County at this point. These are under severe limits, so you're fine in Monroe County as of now. Yes, heavy rain, gusty winds, maybe some small hail, but no issues right now in Monroe County. We also note that you could have small hail over the next few minutes in northern Covington County near red level. We also have a new tornado warning to tell you about. This is just now coming out, so a new tornado warning being issued for parts of southern Choctaw and also western Clark counties. Hopefully this is not going to be a repeat of what happened last week when we were here for 5 hours, but already getting some action in West Alabama. New tornado warning being issued for northern Wayne, much of Choctaw, and western Clark County in West Alabama. This is going to be on the board until 9:15 a.m. And so if I call you out, you are now under a new separate tornado warning valid until 9:15 a.m. I say we got a new tornado warning as well popping on the board for Thomasville. Let's talk about this one first. Gilbertown, Silas, Toxie, areas near Woods Bluff, Coffeyville, Campbell. New tornado warning for you, all right? So if you are in Gilbertown, Toxie, Silas, tornado warning for you. We also have a new tornado warning that's just coming on the board for Thomasville and also parts of Wilcox County in southwest Alabama. This is going to be until 9:15 a.m. So again, a new tornado warning, actually two separate tornado warnings for parts of Clark County. Let's go over to our other tornado warning storm while we're on this watch warning map and tell you who's involved in this one, because this is going to be an issue for Thomasville, Pine Hills, Sunny South, Possum Bend, areas near the McMillan-Bloedel paper mill, Camden, Miller's Ferry, Gee's Bend, involved in this new tornado warning for parts of Clark and Wilcox counties. Current time is now 8:35 a.m. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, joined alongside Bentley Martin, and we are tracking now not one, not two, but three separate tornado warnings in West Alabama as of 8:35 a.m. So let's show you the watch warning map, and then I'll take you back to the radar. Here's your original tornado warning, and this includes Dunbar, Chapel Hill, and Milry in Washington County. You also have Gilbertown, Silas, Toxey involved in a separate tornado warning in southern Choctaw County. So if you're in southern Choctaw County, you need to be implementing that tornado safety plan now, all right? All of the southern half of Choctaw County, from Gilbertown, Toxey, Silas, back down to the county line, including Highway 84, areas near there, be in a safe place. Same thing at Thomasville, Sunny South, and Pine Hill. You are involved in an active tornado warning as well as this batch of storms moves in from the west. Let's introduce our radar data here. And again, we're tracking these storms in West Alabama as we continue to watch this. Let's zoom in and show you this on velocity. Ooh, yeah, right there. That is a couplet, and that is indicative of a mesocyclone that could be producing a tornado near Thomasville, all right? So Thomasville, you need to be totally shut down, implementing that tornado safety plan now, all right? Don't wait. This thing is on you, and it's moving rapidly to the northeast at about 45 miles per hour. On that trajectory, this is going to cross the county line into Wilcox County and be an issue for Pine Hill, Yellow Bluff, Sunny South, areas near the Golden Dragon Factory, also areas near Alabama Highway 10, the McMillan-Bloedel paper mill, and Possum Bend. This also does include the city of Camden, all right? So if you're at Camden, you need to be making it happen. Lowest floor, site-built structure, away from windows and doors, putting as many walls as you can between you and the outside world. Thomasville, Pine Hill, Possum Bend, Camden, Miller's Ferry, near the Lock and Dam, also near Gee's Bend, involved in an active tornado warning. Let's stay on that view for a minute, but I do want to go back over to LD1 once I get that set up so we can see our high-res level 2 radar data. That thing near Thomasville has really intensified quickly, and so it can't be stressed enough. If you know someone in Thomasville, Alabama, or Pine Hill or Camden, call them, text them, tag them in the comments below if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube Live, and let them know there's an active tornado warning now in effect. And that's in effect also for areas near Miller's Ferry in Wilcox County. Let's go back over to LD1 now that we've got that set up. And tracking this thing in northern Clark County, a quick tornado warning has just popped on the board for areas near Thomasville. And look, this is going to be into Wilcox County in about 5 minutes. And so it's not going to be long if you're in Thomasville until we can give you a tornado all clear, at least temporarily. The threat will have shifted into Wilcox County. And so not going to be long. Let's give it 5 more minutes in Thomasville, and I'll be able to give you that initial all clear. Let's go back to our storms in West Alabama. These are crossing the state line imminently over the next 2 to 3 minutes. And for the folks in Silas, Dunbar, Chapel Hill, Milry, Yarbo, areas near the Washington County Public Lake, tornado warning. You need to be getting into that tornado safe place now, right now. Don't wait. The storms are on your doorstep. You've had 20 minutes of lead time with this storm, and now the situation is imminent in terms of this tornado moving in from the west. Could have several embedded tornadoes in through here. Same thing in the south central part of Choctaw County. Gilbertown, Silas, Toxey, you are next in line. Got about 3 minutes until the core of this storm comes in from the west. And so we're encouraging everyone in the southern half of Choctaw County to be in a safe place. Let's go back to our storm in Clark, though, because this is rapidly moving into Wilcox County. Possible tornado is now on the eastern side of Thomasville, out here very near Old Highway 5, which is right in through here. Let me actually practice what I preach here. Again, you can be the hero today. I guarantee you there's 5,000 people out there that don't have a clue that we're having bad weather today. And so be the hero. Let them know that we could have a tornado in northeastern Clark County. Again, tornado warning for northern Clark, including Thomasville, Springfield, Sandflat, near the schools and the industrial park. Thomasville, stay in that safe place for 2 to 3 more minutes and we'll be able to give you an all clear. I see we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that's just being issued for parts of northern Clark and northern Washington counties. And so this is a new separate severe thunderstorm warning for northern Clark County coming out. And this is going to be valid until 9:30 a.m. And so Grove Hill, Jackson, Thomasville, Coffeyville, all now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Same thing in Chatham, St. Stephen's, Jackson, Leroy. You also are involved in this new severe thunderstorm warning valid until 9:30. And this is the main deal today, the main event. This is your Bow Echo associated with this MCS, which is mesoscale convective system. That's a fancy way to say big complex of storms moving in from the west. And the Weather Service is noting that this circulation near Thomasville is a bit more broad than it once was, but they're noting that this could ramp back up as it comes into areas near Pine Hill and Yellow Bluff. So can't be stressed enough for the folks near Pine Hill and Yellow Bluff in Wilcox County, Alabama, along State Highway 10 or County Road 18 or State Highway 5. If you're near those areas near Pine Hill, be in a safe place. What does that mean? If we have our tornado warning graphic up, let's put it up for the folks in Thomasville, Pine Hill, and areas near Yellow Bluff, because this is what you need to be doing right now. Lowest floor, site-built structure, away from windows and doors, putting as many walls as you can between you and the outside world. Put a tornado helmet on. It could save your life. Take a screenshot of this if you haven't already got it on your phone, as this is what you need to do every time you have a tornado warning. And like we've proven over the last few weeks, this severe weather season means business. Probably we'll have more severe weather issues in the weeks ahead. Let's go back over to LD1 and show you the situation in northern Clark County because the cell has now really moved into Wilcox County. And so with that said, we'll give you a tornado all clear for the moment anyway in Thomasville. All right, so Thomasville, Springfield, Sandflat, Fulton, areas near Old Highway 5 will give you an all clear. If you're in Clark County, Alabama, near Thomasville, Springfield, or Sandflat, you get an all clear for now, right? The tornado threat could increase yet again, but for now, you get an all clear. Let's go back over to our tornado warned storms now at the state line coming into Choctaw County in West Alabama. And this is a cell that really could have several embedded tornadoes. The most pronounced signature is going to be right in through here, very near the triple point between Washington, Choctaw, and Wayne counties. All right, so right in through here near the public lake and near Dunbar and Chapel Hill could have an embedded tornado. And I would bet we probably will get another tornado warning coming out shortly for Choctaw, Salipa, and areas near St. Stephen's. And so it's going to be a long morning. Buckle up. A long round of coverage is ahead, and could have an additional tornado coming into Gilbertown and areas near Toxie and Silas here in West Alabama. That warning does also include areas near Woods Bluff, Cunningham, Campbell, and Coffeyville in Clark County as well. So this possible tornado is going to move just like that, approaching the Tombigbee River in West Alabama over the next 10 to 15 minutes. Good news is, let's go back over to LD1, or excuse me, the radar scope view. Good news is that this cell in Wilcox County continues to broaden out somewhat, and the Weather Service has noted that in NWS chat, but as a course of least regret, Pine Hill, Yellow Bluff, Possum Bend remain in that tornado safe place for the next 5 to 10 minutes. All right, if you're in Clark County, Thomasville, Springfield, Sandflat, we gave you an all clear about 5 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago really. But again, Thomasville is out of the imminent tornado danger. You could have more tornado warnings a little later. Let's show you this cell over near the state line, because that right there, you could have not only damaging straight line winds, but also several embedded tornadoes in through here. Signature 1 right here and signature 2 right here coming into Milry, Silas, and Gilbertown from the west. And so be in a safe place if you are in southern Choctaw or northern Washington counties in West Alabama. Let's go back over to LD1 and really ramped up over the last 30 minutes. We went from no tornado warnings to 3 in a matter of really seconds, all right? So that's the nature of weather. It can change very rapidly. You know the deal with thunderstorms. Expect the unexpected. And in this case, it's been expected. For the last week, really, we've had a great lead time with this severe weather event. We do have an active tornado watch that's in effect for all of our local area, valid until 2 p.m. And so what I want to do, let's go over to our graphics and I'll show you the tornado watch. So let's take off the radar data. Tornado watch in effect right now, and that's actually for our tornado warning graphic, but there's your tornado watch. This includes our entire local area, valid until 2 p.m., and this goes all the way over to the Georgia line, all right? So Eufaula, Dothan, Troy, Enterprise, Elba, Bruton, Monroeville, Evergreen, Thomasville, Mobile, Pensacola, Crestview, Destin involved in the tornado watch, valid until 2 p.m. And this does go all the way up to Montgomery, Auburn, areas near Livingston, Demopolis, Selma, involved in this tornado watch box until 2 p.m. Back over to LD1, and we're tracking severe thunderstorms moving through West Alabama at this point. Very heavy rain is happening near Monroeville, but this storm that extends down into XL and Frisco City and really down to Uri and up to Tunnel Springs, Peterman, and Beatrice, this storm is below severe limits. So you are okay right now in Monroe County. Yes, you've got nasty weather. You got a good bit of lightning in that storm as well, particularly near Frisco City and Monroeville, but no issues right now in terms of a tornado risk or damaging wind risk in Monroe County, Alabama. I see that the Weather Service officially now has trimmed out northern Clark County from the tornado warning, at least near Thomasville. So again, all clear for Thomasville, Springfield, Sandflat, Fulton in Clark County. You are okay as of now. The cell has moved into Wilcox County and is near Pine Hill and Yellow Bluff near Alabama Highway 10. We do, however, have an active tornado warning in progress for Cunningham, West Bend, Woods Bluff, also Campbell, Morven, near State Highway 69. This is an active tornado warning for northwestern Clark County, valid until 9:15 a.m. This also does include Gilbertown and Silas along the State Highway 17 corridor and areas near US 84. And so I would say no travel at this point from Butler back down to Chatham on State Highway 17 in West Alabama. Could have an imminent tornado moving in from the west. And the Weather Service, as of this moment, is continuing the tornado warning until 9 a.m. As of 8:47 a.m., which is now, Weather Service noting that there is a possible tornado 7 miles southwest of Silas, all right? So that would be right about here, very near the Washington County Public Lake, pushing just like that, all right? Moving basically to the east at 55 miles per hour. This thing has ramped up in terms of its forward speed, and I see they've actually canceled out Wayne County out of the polygon. You can see that here. Waynesboro, Mississippi. If you happen to be watching from Waynesboro, Mississippi, we'll give you an all clear from the tornado risk as the threat has now entered West Alabama. Same thing with that northern cell. The Weather Service maintaining the tornado warning for Gilbertown, Silas, Milry, and also areas near Cunningham and Campbell as well. Just got a message on Facebook. Please make it where you can share your posts. Well, if my posts weren't shareable, then we'd be in bad shape. So my posts are shareable. Say that again. No, you're good. But that's interesting that someone said that in a private message on Facebook. You can certainly share the posts, and we appreciate you sharing the posts and helping folks become weather aware. Again, there are so many people walking around, and it's not their fault. You know, weather is my thing, but you know, you may not be into sports or anything else, you know, something like that. If weather isn't your thing, that's okay, but you've got to be weather aware on days like today. You simply have to be weather aware on these higher risk tornado days, and that's what we're seeing today across our region. And right now, we have active tornado warnings in progress for parts of West Alabama. Weather Service noting that there is a more pronounced circulation developing near Silas at this point. So tell you what, take me back over to the iPad view, the radar scope view, And yeah, there it is right there. That could be a possible tornado very near the triple point between Wayne, Choctaw, and Washington counties, near the public lake coming into Silas. So if you're in Silas, can't be stressed enough, be in a tornado safe place now. All right, current time is 8:50 a.m. Be in a safe place. If you're in Silas, Toxie, Gilbertown, areas near Milry. All right, possible tornadoes really moving in from the west on this dangerous line of thunderstorms that could be knocking down trees and power lines. Back over to LD1. And again, same view in West Alabama. And let me stress, we had this issue come up time and time again last week. If I am not talking about you and your community, that's a good thing. All right, so if I'm not talking about you, it's not that I'm ignoring you across Northwest Florida or Escambia, Alabama, or Covington or Conecuh counties, but you're okay right now. We focus on the danger zones, and we have to do that because these are the folks who are currently under threat of tornadoes. If I'm not talking about you, you are okay. I promise, if you have a tornado warning today and you're in my local coverage area, we'll talk about you, but you're not right now. If you're in Navarre or areas near Pensacola, Destin, you're fine. You're fine. A-okay right now. And we certainly appreciate you watching, but you are fine in those areas. Just to kind of prove that point, most of our area is fine right now. A-okay, but the issues are in West Alabama, in Washington, Choctaw, and Clark counties. Part of those counties has a tornado warning involved. Getting a confirmed report now, a storm spotter in Thomasville, this was about 20 minutes ago now, a storm spotter in Thomasville confirmed that there was a circulation over Thomasville with that tornado-warned storm that's now in Wilcox County. And so had basically a funnel cloud was sighted in Thomasville at approximately 8:40 a.m. And so these storms are rotating, and I have had no reports of damage out of Thomasville at this point, but nonetheless, it's a good reminder that these storms are rotating and certainly could drop a tornado at any point, especially, of course, the storms that are involved in these active tornado warnings over here in West Alabama. Let's zoom into that storm quickly, and we'll show you that this storm has now really come into areas near Pine Hill over the last few minutes. And it's basically impacting areas near Alabama Highway 10 and also near the former McMillan-Blodell paper mill and Possum Bend. Possum Bend sits right there on 10. Here's Camden, Miller's Ferry, Gee's Bend. If you're at Camden, Gee's Bend, or Miller's Ferry, you're involved in an active tornado warning and you need to be taking shelter right now. And again, we practice what we preach around here. If you know someone in the areas affected, you call them, you text them, you tag them in the comments below and let them know they are in the danger zone. And so I just did that to a cousin in Camden. Again, text your folks, let them know possible tornado moving in from the southwest. This thing's racing, all right? 55 miles per hour. This thing's moving like a train on a track, about to be in Camden, all right? So possible tornado coming in from the west at this point in Wilcox County, Alabama. Let's go back to our storms in Choctaw and Washington counties, because this storm has basically come into areas near Silas and Milry. You had ample lead time, fortunately, in Milry and areas near Silas. This storm is basically on top of you now, and you could have damaging straight line winds. Do you have any reports? No reports, and that's a good thing, all right? No news is good news. If I'm not talking about you, that's what you want. Possible tornado very near Silas and Toxie, coming into areas near the Tombigbee River, about to cross there and come into areas near Cunningham, Campbell, and really areas near Morven and Woods Bluff as well. This storm also in Washington County is also going to come into areas near Yarbough, Dunbar, Chatham along State Highway 17. This is torrential rain. I mean, this is very heavy rain falling in West Alabama associated with this severe thunderstorm that's moving off to the southeast at this point. And the good news is, let's go back over to the velocity view on iPad, please. Good news is that I really don't see any significant areas of rotation, but what's happening here, the rotation areas are brief and they're strong, all right? And so what that means is could have some brief tornadoes moving through West Alabama and Gilbertown, Silas back down to Milry. Also could have damaging straight line winds in excess of 70 miles per hour coming into areas near Coffeyville. You are under a severe thunderstorm warning if you're in Coffeyville, Salitpa, or Jackson near the State Highway 69 corridor. Severe thunderstorm warning for those areas, and it's because of this. This is a severe line of thunderstorms that could be producing embedded tornadoes moving to the west. So the Weather Service is noting that they are probably going to let the warning, let's go back over to LD1 to talk about this, probably going to let this warning in Washington go away when it expires at 9 a.m., but they are going to continue the tornado warning for Clark and Choctaw counties. And so let's hang out in that tornado safe place for the next 5 minutes if you're at Milry. But the good news is it looks like the core risk of this tornado situation is going to be up here in Choctaw and Clark counties. And I say that for the folks specifically in Milry. All right, so Milry, Dunbar, Chapel Hill, the Weather Service is planning on letting this go, but they note that there certainly could be a few possible tornadoes up here in Choctaw County as well. Here's the latest velocity view on that. And again, it's really hard to see anything in the way of, a defined crystal clear tornado signature. And I'm concerned that that's going to kind of be the trend like what we had the other night, in that this is going to be a very messy storm mode today. These storms are going to be very heavy rain producers. And that gives me a little bit of concern because, let's go back over to LD, or you're already on there, I apologize. That gives me a lot of concern because, the big thing that I battle in tornado warnings, one of the big things, is a lot of folks want to go outside and try to see the tornado. And we know that's a bad idea. When you get a tornado warning, you take action to protect yourself immediately when that warning comes out. Right now is what we do when we take action when a tornado warning is issued. And so we don't try to go outside and see it. I realize that's kind of natural, human nature, but you can't do that when you get these tornado warnings. And right now, the only tornado warnings that we have as of 8:56 a.m. are happening in West Alabama. If you are in northern Clark County, it looks like you're about to get a very loud wireless emergency alert. The Weather Service is upgrading this severe thunderstorm warning for northern Clark to include a considerable tag. And like we talked about the other night, we've had so much severe weather lately. I mean, my goodness, it's just been a nightmare. But for the folks in northern Clark County, your phone is about to make that horrible wireless emergency alert noise to let you know that we have very dangerous straight line winds moving in from the west. All right, so if you're in Jackson, Grove Hill, Thomasville, same thing at Simcoe, Coffeyville, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning due to a storm that could be producing now up to 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts. Let's show you that. And again, right there, that's what I'm talking about. Considerable. This could be a considerable severe thunderstorm capable of knocking down trees and power lines in parts of Choctaw and Washington counties now, coming across the Tombigbee River into Thomasville and Jackson. And so, in addition to the ongoing tornado risk coming into Cunningham and Campbell and areas near Coffeyville, we also have a severe thunderstorm that's going to be capable of producing damaging straight line winds coming into Clark County. So be in a safe place, be inside, don't be on the roads. Just a bad idea right now to be traveling. If you know someone that would be traveling on US Highway 43, extending from anywhere like, Demopolis, Linden, Dixon's Mills right there in Marengo County, back down into Clark County, call them and let them know that we have a serious situation with a severe thunderstorm moving in. Same thing on US 84. You can't be traveling right now from Waynesboro, Mississippi, all the way back over to Gosport. Severe thunderstorms moving through that zone on Highway 84. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning to tell you about. This is going to be for this cell that's currently impacting Monroeville. And what's happened here, the Weather Service has decided that this cell near Monroeville is strengthening to the point that it could be producing damaging straight line winds near Monroeville and potentially large hail as well. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning till 9:45 a.m. for much of Monroe County. And we're just sending out our red zone weather app alert. This also does include part of Conecuh County as well. So parts of western Conecuh County now under the gun from damaging straight line winds due to this cell that's currently in Monroe County happening now. All right, so let's take off the radar data and show you exactly who is involved in this new severe thunderstorm warning. And the Weather Service is calling this a situation where you could have possible tornadoes in addition to damaging straight line winds. If I call you out, you are now involved in this severe thunderstorm warning. Monroeville, Frisco City, Excel, McGargle, Mineola, Tunnel Springs, Beatrice, Peterman, Leaffian, Burnt Corn, Bermuda, also areas near Repton, Range, also Old Texas involved in this severe thunderstorm warning. This also does include a part of Butler County as well, extending up here to Forest Home and areas out here just to the west of Starlington, Pineapple, Oak Hill involved in this new severe thunderstorm warning. But we're here to talk about the tornado warning. Let's go back over to our radar source here. And we'll turn on the radar data and show you that we're tracking a possible tornado near the Tombigbee River happening right in through here, coming into areas near West Bend and Cunningham, moving just like that. And so on that trajectory, can't be stressed enough. West Bend, Cunningham, Campbell, be in a safe place. Looking like this possible tornado is going to miss Coffeyville a bit to the north, but as a course of least regret, if you're in Coffeyville, I probably would hang out in that safe place as you have very strong winds moving in from the west. You can kind of see this storm a little bit better on velocity. Let's go back over to the iPad view, please. And right in through here is where the Weather Service is suggesting that we could have a possible tornado, really on the south side of this polygon, moving just like that. And so we will see if the Weather Service decides to extend this tornado warning into areas like Thomasville. You would be next in line. You may be getting another tornado warning over the next few minutes. Weather Service noting as of 9:01 a.m., which is right now, that possible tornado happening very near the Tombigbee River. All right, so very near the Tombigbee River, which is what you're looking at on the map there. Let's go back over to LD1. And for the folks that are watching from Wilcox County, the possible tornado is going to be very near Camden and also Possum Bend, near the Alabama River, near the lake, near the lock and dam, and also there near Gee's Bend. All right, so Camden, Gee's Bend, Possum Bend, you are under a tornado warning in Wilcox County as well. But again, technically the reason we are here is northern Clark County, under a tornado warning for areas near West Bend and Cunningham. That squiggly line that you see right in through there, this serves as the border between Choctaw and Clark counties. That's Marengo County up here. This is actually the Tombigbee River. And so West Alabama, big tributary there running through West Alabama, and possible tornado will briefly become a waterspout as it crosses the Tombigbee River before becoming a tornado very quickly again, moving off to the east at about 55 miles per hour. These storms are racing. I'm talking racing off to the east. Some good news to pass along. We will give you a tornado all clear at this point for Toxie, Gilbertown, and Silas. All right, so Toxie, Gilbertown, and Silas, all clear. The tornado risk is now clearly to your east, and so we can give you an all clear near Alabama Highway State Highway 17 in Choctaw County, Alabama. So all clear for Needham, Butler, Gilbertown, Silas, and Toxie due to the possible tornado that's near the Tombigbee River coming into Clark County. Bentley, you got any reports for me? Any power outage reports? If your power goes out today, regardless of if you're in this warning or another warning later, please let us know if you're watching on Facebook Live particularly. And the reason for that is because we know that our wonderful Red Zone Weather sponsors, EREC and Southern Pine, along with their Power South partners, do watch our coverage for the power outage reports. So let us know if your power's out. Same thing for the power companies, bigger power companies down in Northwest Florida and in Alabama as well. Let us know if your power goes out. That is always immensely helpful. Let's go back over to or tell you what, let's stay on that source and we'll zoom into Monroe County. This is a severe thunderstorm in Monroe County, capable of producing large hail up to the size of a quarter and damaging straight line winds. So we're focusing on a severe thunderstorm warning at this point in Monroe County, very near the Alabama Highway 21 corridor. And really the strongest part of the storm, it looks like, is going to be down here near Frisco City. We'll zoom in there. And just to set the scene, this is US Highway 84 in Monroe County. The Monroe County Airport sits right here at the intersection of 84 and 21. Excel is here, Monroeville is here, and this storm is moving just like that. And so on that trajectory, this storm is going to probably move very near or just to the south, or maybe even the southern side of the city of Monroeville, Alabama. Very heavy rain happening now near the airport, near Monroe Academy, coming into areas near the courthouse and the downtown area as this storm moves to the northeast. Same thing in Frisco City and Excel. Could have some small hail over the next few minutes with this particular part of the storm. That hail core could grow in size and you could get large hail over the next few minutes coming into areas near Burnt Corn in Conecuh County over the next little bit.
I'm getting some power outages in the west side of Conecuh County, Clark County.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, power outages in western Clark County being reported now. Again, thanks to everyone for the ground truth reports. Also, thanks to everyone already. I've had several weather photos and videos from across the region. Thank you, thank you, thank you for those reports. And I'll go ahead and thank you for the reports you will send throughout the day. I really appreciate that. Zooming into western Clark, where we have reports of power being out now. Did they give a locale for that? It's okay if they didn't, but Bashai, yeah. That's up there in the northern part of the county, and that's going to be from that previous storm. So if you've got power out in the northern part of Clark, that's not a good thing because we have this line of thunderstorms moving in from the west. And Bashai is under a severe thunderstorm warning right now as of 9:06 a.m. Same thing in Thomasville, Springfield, Sandflat, Chilton, Fulton, Grove Hill, back down to Toddtown and Jackson. Severe thunderstorm warning is in effect out ahead of the tornado warning. And so we will see if the Weather Service decides to extend this tornado warning in northern Clark into Thomasville. We're going to kind of wait on that and just see if they do that. Really, your circulation is basically at or near Coffeyville at this point, really on the north side of Coffeyville, very near the Alabama State Highway 69 corridor. Let's zoom in real tight. Here's West Bend right here. That thicker line is State Highway 69. Possible tornado is going to be somewhere right in through here. It's really hard to tell on the reflectivity product. Let's go back over to velocity, the iPad view, please, ma'am. And right in through here is your possible tornado, right in through there. In fact, let me kind of adjust the screen so you can see that better right there. Possible tornado near Coffeyville and West Bend, coming into areas near and just to the north of Zimco over the next few minutes. Let's just see if the Weather Service decides to extend this tornado warning. I'm telling you, if you are in northern Clark County, Thomasville, Fulton, Tallahassee Springs, Bashai, Chilton, Sandflat, and also Springfield, you would be next in line. All right, possible tornado moving in. We will see if the Weather Service decides to extend the tornado warning. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning in all those areas I just called out. We got a new tornado warning coming over the next few seconds. So let's go back over to LD1 because this is a new tornado warning that is now being required for northern Clark County. Current time is 9:08 a.m. You're watching live red zone weather, severe weather coverage originating from Broadening, Alabama, and this is going to be a new tornado warning for northern Clark County coming out in the next few seconds. There it is. All right, we've got a new tornado warning right there, and this is going to include the city of Thomasville. This is going to be in effect until 10 o'clock local time. And you know what? This is interesting. The Weather Service is actually noting that this is a confirmed tornado at this point. So we have a confirmed tornado. A tornado is on the ground in West Alabama right now near Coffeyville. And so let's see what they're talking about on our debris tracker product. Yeah, take me back over to the iPad, and you're going to see this right here. Goodness. That is a tornado doing damage on the ground. We have a tornado on the ground now in West Alabama near West Bend and Coffeyville. So this is escalated. This is no longer a possible tornado. This is a confirmed tornado doing damage near Coffeyville. If you're in Coffeyville, be in a safe place. Same thing at West Bend, Campbell, areas near Tallahassee Springs. Confirmed tornado on the ground. If you know someone, if you know anyone in Coffeyville, Alabama, you call them and let them know now that there's a tornado on the north side of town. Tag them in the comments below. If you're out ahead of this confirmed tornado, let's go back over to LD1. Here's your new tornado warning. And if I call you out, you need to be taking action to protect yourself, as we have a confirmed tornado on the ground moving in from the west associated with this new tornado warning. Coffeyville, Tallahassee Springs, Chilton, Fulton, Sandflat, Springfield, Thomasville. You're involved in this tornado warning. Same thing at Midway and Clark, not Midway and Conecuh. This is Midway and Clark County, Alabama. Tornado warning. Same thing for Thomasville. Be in a safe place. I realize you had a tornado warning earlier. This is a confirmed tornado happening near Coffeyville, coming in from the west. And so we want you to take action to protect yourself, and we want you to tag folks in the comments. I know that it may seem trivial to you, but I promise you could be the hero. You could be the difference between life and not life, all right? So be in a safe place in Thomasville. Very serious situation. Back over to the iPad, because this has really ramped up, and this is a confirmed tornado doing damage happening near Coffeyville, very near West Bend. This is going to be basically paralleling the Alabama Highway 154 corridor in Clark County, all right? So Alabama 154, you cannot be traveling on 154 right now between Thomasville and Coffeyville, because we have a confirmed tornado on the ground doing damage in western Clark County. Be in a safe place. I wish that we had a sky cam up and I could show you, a big view of this tornado doing damage on the ground. That would be so helpful, but I can't do that. Even if I could, this thing is rain wrapped, all right? There's no way you're gonna see it. Impossible, all right? So don't try to see this thing. You need to be doing the right thing and putting a helmet on in Thomasville, Tallahassee Springs, Midway in Clark County, Chilton, Fulton. Be in a safe place. This does not include Grove Hill. Let's go back over to our LD1 source, and we have a new tornado warning to tell you about. This is going to be a separate tornado warning that's just been issued for parts of Wilcox County. So let's show you that. You know what they're going to do? This is actually a continuation of the warning. This is technically a new warning, but this is for areas near Gee's Bend, and we've been warning for that. So I want to focus on our thing in Clark County. Weather Service issuing a new separate tornado warning for Wilcox County. But let's come back to our confirmed tornado happening in northern Clark County. Again, a confirmed tornado happening near Coffeyville, coming into areas near Tallahassee Springs and Chilton and Opine, and also McIntyre. Here's McIntyre, here's the Scotch Wildlife Management Area. Be in a safe place. If you're at McIntyre, Tallahassee Springs, or areas near Chilton, can't be stressed enough, confirmed tornado doing damage on the ground. Be in a safe place. It kind of gets, from my perspective, I kind of feel a little helpless at some point, because, we've been warning about this for days. And I just hope and pray that everyone in the tornado warning box in this polygon are doing the right thing. Please do the right thing and protect yourself. Put a tornado helmet on. The research shows time and time again that the folks that put tornado helmets on, even if it's a makeshift helmet like a cooking pot, those protect your head. And again, this is a big deal for northern Clark County. 9:13 a.m. Let's show you what's happening across the area, because this is the only tornado warning that we have in our local area right now. Northern Clark and Wilcox involved in this tornado warning. Two separate cells, by the way. And we have a severe thunderstorm warning in progress for Monroe and Conecuh counties for areas west of I-65. Let me show you that quickly, because this storm continues to push off to the northeast, could have damaging straight line winds coming into areas near Burnt Corn, Bermuda, and also areas near Bowles and Lieffian. So that's a severe thunderstorm warning in Monroe and Conecuh counties happening now as of 9:14 a.m. If you're in Covington, Escambia counties, you're fine. Scattered showers continue. Same thing in Northwest Florida and across Mobile and Baldwin counties. You are A-OK right now if you're closer to the coast. The issues, I should say, are happening inland right now near Thomasville, coming into Thomasville really from the west. Bentley, have you had any reports over the last few minutes of power outages?
No, but I've got a lot of people in Coffeyville saying it's really bad.
Yeah, and I would certainly believe that. Thanks for that report, and thanks to all of you commenting. Really, really bad weather happening now in Coffeyville. I apologize. When you say bad, have they mentioned tornado damage?
They just say it's really rough.
Yeah, and certainly I would believe that. Again, thanks for those reports, and thanks for passing that along. Possible tornado is very near McIntyre in Clark County right now, pushing off to the east very, very quickly at about 55 miles per hour. Yeah, and the Weather Service noting as of 9:11 a.m., that was 4 minutes ago, that the circulation was now crossing State Highway 69. State Highway 69 is going to be this lighter gray line that you see right in through here. This is 154, all right? 154 between Coffeyville and Thomasville. And so if you're near McIntyre or areas near the Scotch Wildlife Management Area, Midway, Tallahassee Springs, you are next in line. You can't, try to go see this thing. You can't evacuate from a mobile home at this point. It's too dangerous. You need to shelter in place. And I hope that the folks I never want somebody in a mobile home in a tornado warning, because mobile homes start flying around and the outcomes in mobile homes, statistically speaking, especially in Alabama, are bad in tornado warnings. And so please, I beg of you, be in a site-built structure, even if that means going over to a neighbor's house just for 5 or 10 minutes. Be in a site-built structure. Can't be in a car in northern Clark County between Thomasville and Coffeyville on Alabama Highway 154. Possible tornado near McIntyre, coming into areas near Chilton, also areas near Tallahassee Springs over the next 5 minutes. Please be in a safe place. We'll go back over to the iPad view and show you that this debris signature has broadened out somewhat, really not seeing that, but we do see this spike right there. There was your tornado near Coffeyville. And the Weather Service is continuing to call this an observed tornado. So let's put up our confirmed tornado banner, because that is, technically speaking, a little bit more accurate. This is a situation where you have the tornado right in through here, somewhere in this area in northern Clark County, pushing off to the east just like that. And so in 5 to 10 minutes, if you're in Thomasville, this possible tornado is going to be, and I say possible tornado, the Weather Service is calling this an observed, confirmed tornado, is going to be near you in about 5 to 10 minutes, near Thomasville, near Sand Flat, near Springfield, Fulton, over the next few minutes. And you know the drill, just holler, interrupt me if you have anything to pass along, because I'm watching furiously for damage reports. Fortunately, I have not seen any just yet, but this is a rural part of West Alabama. Let's go back over to LD1, and we're tracking this possible tornado coming into Thomasville. Weather Service noting that the southern part of this line of storms in Clark County really needs to be watched over the next few minutes. As this is bowing out, we could get another tornado warning for parts of southern Clark in the next few minutes. So southern Clark County, putting you on notice. Grove Hill, Jackson, Watley. You may get a tornado warning next. Same thing at Toddtown, Allen, Suggsville, and Gosport. Putting you on notice. If you know someone in those areas, tag them in the comments below. Let them know they may be next. We may get another tornado warning for southern Clark. But again, the reason we are here as of this moment is this tornado warning for areas near Thomasville. Thomasville has had just tornado warnings left and right over the last few weeks. I mean, thinking back to last week, it was the first warning of the night back on whenever that was, Wednesday or Thursday. And, we had a tornado warning earlier for Thomasville today, and now we've got another one. And so if you're in Thomasville, Alabama, I know that you're probably annoyed with all the tornado warnings, but please be in a safe place. If you're in Thomasville, I don't know if Thomasville City Schools were in school today, but if you're at the high school, middle school, or elementary school, you need to be in the hall, away from windows and doors. Same thing at the Coastal Alabama Community College campus there on the southern side of Thomasville. Doesn't matter what building you're in, you need to be sheltered, all right? Same thing at the Walmart on the north side of town. Same thing at the nursing home facility there. Also areas near Springfield and Sandflat south on US Highway 43, be in a safe place. Yes. What you got from...
He was just saying watch Grove, and he also warned of what you just warned about right before.
Yep. So again, watching this possible tornado in northern Clark County, looking at this situation where we could have, I say possible tornado, the Weather Service continues to call this a confirmed tornado in their warning product. And here's the deal, if you are in Coffeyville, which is back here, we'll give you a tornado all clear. Now you had a tornado, a confirmed tornado in the northern side of Coffeyville and at West Bend over the last 5 minutes, but the tornado danger has now passed you to your east, all right? So Coffeyville, West Bend, Cunningham, and also Choctaw County, all parts of Choctaw County, Alabama, you get a tornado all clear. You are done with the tornado risk for now. Possible tornado is near McIntyre, coming into areas near Chilton and Fulton, really in areas near Thomasville as well. Thomasville is somewhat in the middle of this polygon. And, you know, like I always say, you don't want to be in the middle of the polygon. You want to be on the edge if you can help it. But in this case, Thomasville is right down the middle of this thing. And so Thomasville, please be in a tornado-safe place. Just kind of looking at the map, let's take down that banner for a second just to kind of call out some landmarks. Does not matter specifically where you are in the city of Thomasville, Alabama. You need to be in that tornado-safe place. Here's the north side of town. You've got the funeral home and the Walmart up there near the split where 43 and Highway 5 split off. Same thing at the automotive dealership. You go a little bit farther south, you get to the Taco Bell and areas near the McDonald's and also the Hardee's there in Thomasville on the main drag, which is 43. Downtown Thomasville, be in a safe place near the Methodist Church. This is Alabama Highway 154 that comes out of town to the south. Dummy Line Road, be in a safe place. Same thing, Old Highway 5 on the eastern side of town. You need to be sheltered. The schools on the south side of town, elementary, middle, high school, Thomasville City Schools, be in a safe place. Same thing at the industrial park down here near Round Hill, and also at Springfield and Sandflat, be in a safe place. Here's Midway right here, Midway in Clark County, not Midway in Conecuh County. Be in a safe place. Line of storms pushing in from the west. Let's go back over to the iPad view because these storms are really outputting a lot of lightning as well. Over the last 5 to 10 minutes, loud thunderstorms coming into Thomasville, Grove Hill, and Fulton. But again, the bigger concern is this tornado risk happening now in northern Clark County, coming into areas near Thomasville. So please be in a safe place. Confirmed tornado coming in from the west as of 9:22 a.m. into the city of Thomasville, Alabama. Be sheltered now.
All of Clark County schools are out today.
Okay, that's good to know. So, and who said that? That's all right. That's all right. That is okay. Yeah, and so if you live near the schools, be in a safe place. Same thing at the industrial park on the south side of Thomasville. Be in a safe place. Let's go back over to LD1. And let's show the entirety of Clark County because the Weather Service is noting in NWS chat that this part of the storm down here south of the tornado warning is bowing out, and we may have to get another tornado warning for other parts of Clark County and through here near Jackson, Grove Hill, Toddtown, Watley, Cyrene, and Allen. Be ready. You may get a tornado warning shortly. Regardless, you're going to get damaging straight line winds. There's no doubt about it. I'm getting unconfirmed reports from Coffeyville. Roy Waite is the EMA director for Clark County over here in West Alabama, and Roy is reporting that we have damage in the Coffeyville area, and that lines up perfectly with what we suggested a minute ago with this TDS, tornadic debris signature on radar. What happens when you get a TDS, in fact, if you'll take me back over to the radar scope source, please, ma'am, I'll show that again. When you get a TDS that looks like that lets us know that damage has already happened. All right, debris is being lofted high into the sky. In this case, it's about 3,000 to 4,000 feet off the ground, and that TDS is no longer really evident. It's kind of scattered out as it comes into Thomasville. But look, the radar beam is hitting this at 5,000 feet off the ground, and so we may not get a TDS. Let's go back over to LD1. May not get a TDS even if there's a tornado down. So it can't be stressed enough. Thomasville and Chilton now under the gun from this possible tornado. You know what? Chilton is now technically out of the polygon. And so if you're at Chilton, you're south of the polygon. But still, there's some folks out here on 154 who identify as living at Chilton. Be in a safe place. Same thing at Springfield, Sandflat, near the industrial park. All of Thomasville, Alabama, you need to be in a tornado-safe place. Possible tornado is going to be somewhere in this big blob right in through here. And we note that there's actually a higher swath of DBZ values on the reflectivity here coming into areas near Grove Hill. Let's kind of watch that together just for a second. There's your cell earlier. Yeah, and right there near Grove Hill could have damaging straight line winds coming into the city of Grove Hill. You're looking at southern Clark County at this point. Here's Toddtown. This is US Highway 43. 84 is here. And possible tornado is now coming into Springfield, Sandflat, and Thomasville in northern Clark. If you're at McIntyre, we'll give you a tornado all clear. So back behind me is the community of McIntyre in Clark County. McIntyre is clear. So you can come out of the tornado safe place at McIntyre as the possible tornado has now moved into areas near Midway, Springfield, and really approaching US Highway 43 near Thomasville. This tornado warning, I should mention as well, also does include part of Wilcox County, Pine Hill, Possum Bend, Coy, Yellow Bluff. Those are the communities involved out ahead of this warning in Clark. So Pine Hill, Coy, Yellow Bluff, Possum Bend. Possible tornado moving in from the southeast, and it's moving very quickly. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning to tell you about, and this is going to be a continuation of this severe thunderstorm warning now in progress for Clark, Monroe, and now Conecuh and Butler counties as well. So a new severe thunderstorm warning being issued for parts of Butler, Clark, Conecuh, Monroe, Wilcox, and Washington counties. This whole band of storms is going to move just like that over the next hour. This warning is in effect until 10:30 a.m. And so severe thunderstorms rolling across the inland areas of southwest Alabama as of 9:27 a.m. But the only tornado warning that we have as of 9:27 a.m. is happening near Thomasville. Possible tornado very near Thomasville, Springfield, and Sandflat, near the Highway 43 and Highway 154 corridor if you live near those two roads or near Old Line Road. All right, Old Line Road, or also areas near Old Highway 5 on the eastern side of Thomasville. Be in a safe place. Now, if you're just now catching this for whatever reason, it's 9:27 a.m. on this Tuesday morning, and we have a tornado warning for northern Clark County valid until 10 o'clock. This is going to move into Wilcox County as well over the next few minutes. Let's show you the state view. Go back over to LD2, please, ma'am. And while we are tracking a possible tornado in northern Clark County, we do have a big mess of storms in progress across the state that continues to dump tremendous amounts of heavy rain, really extending from Birmingham back down to Montgomery, Prattville, Auburn. Just looking at this to see if we have any other warnings. I don't see any other active tornado warnings across Alabama outside of our local area. You see where all the warnings are right down here in the southern part of the state. Wilcox, Clark counties under a tornado warning, parts of those counties anyway, and a severe thunderstorm warning is in effect out ahead of this leading edge of thunderstorms pushing into Jackson, Alabama right now. So we'll continue to watch the state view. Back over to LD1. The Weather Service has trimmed this polygon back, and again, if you're just now catching this as of 9:28 a.m., you're all clear in Coffeyville, McIntyre, West Bend, Campbell, Cunningham, and State Highway 69 will give you a travel all clear as well from Moorven back down to Coffeyville on Alabama State Highway 69. What reports do you have for me?
How fast is this line of storms moving?
Yeah, it's moving very quickly at about 55 miles per hour. Good question. Moving very quickly. We'll put this in motion for you. And these storms are racing today. I'm talking racing. Look at that. Coming out of Mississippi very quickly. And so on that trajectory, that's why the Weather Service has blanketed this area, this whole area, in a severe thunderstorm warning, because storms are moving very quickly at about 55 miles per hour. And keep in mind that this probably will not be the only tornado warning that we have today. In fact, we've already had, 3 or 4. Probably we'll have more throughout the day ahead of this leading edge of thunderstorms. By the way, if you are in Escambia County, Alabama, near Atmore, Pineview, or Wallace, these storms are below severe limits. You are fine right now in Escambia County, Alabama. Let's go back over to the iPad view and we'll track this on velocity because this thing is at Thomasville right here. Possible tornado coming into areas near Thomasville from the west, about to cross US Highway 43 if it hasn't already, going to emerge into areas near Round Hill and near Old Highway 5 over the next few minutes. It's now 9:30 a.m. I'm meteorologist Spinks Megginson, joined alongside Bentley Martin, where we are in yet another long-form severe weather event across our region. Let's go back over to LD1, and the only tornado warning as of 9:30 a.m. happening near Thomasville, Alabama. We do note that the main line of thunderstorms today is moving through parts of Clark and Washington counties, and this ultimately will cross the Alabama River into Monroe County over the next really 20 minutes or so. These storms are moving very, very quickly. Could have damaging straight line winds near Jackson and Leroy, and also near Toddtown over the next few minutes. I see we've got a new warning. This is going to be a new flash flood warning. So a flash flood warning being issued now for parts of Washington, Greene, Perry, and Wayne counties. So Wayne, Perry, and Greene counties back in Mississippi, and also parts of Washington County in West Alabama. There that is, just to show you that quickly. New flash flood warning for parts of Greene, Wayne, Perry, and Washington counties, including the county seat of Chatham. So be aware of that. Let's go back into our storm up here in Clark County. Possible tornado near Thomasville, near the old Highway 5 corridor on the eastern side of town, moving into Wilcox County. Be in a safe place now if you're at Thomasville. And just now tuning in, if you missed it a minute ago, we did give a tornado all clear to Coffeyville, McIntyre, West Bend, Campbell, Cunningham, and now we can do the same thing for Opine and Chilton. Opine and Chilton, you get a tornado all clear. You are done with the tornado threat as it has now moved into areas near Thomasville. And again, let us know if your power goes out. Even if you're not included in this warning, we want to know if your power is out, and give us kind of a generalization of where you are. I see we've got a new severe thunderstorm warning to tell you about. This is going to be as of 9:32 a.m. New severe thunderstorm warning coming on the board, and this is going to be for parts of Washington County. All right, so let's go back over to our system here and see what that's about. Yeah, there it is. This is a storm that's going to be coming out of Mississippi near Beaumont, and also up here in the southern part of Wayne County, right in through here. The Weather Service issuing this new severe thunderstorm warning. Large hail and damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour will be possible with this. Let's actually click on that and see. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and large hail also possible with this storm as it moves into areas near Fruitdale. So if you're at Fruitdale, Alabama on the US Highway 45 corridor, we encourage you to be inside. No travel right now on US Highway 45 extending from Vinegar Bend back up to Waynesboro in Wayne County, Mississippi. Can't be traveling due to that new severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go back up to our tornado warning storm as this is rapidly moving into Wilcox County over the next few minutes. Possible tornado is now on the eastern side of Thomasville. And really, this thing is posing a serious threat to Thomasville now, imminently. And so again, if you're just now catching this, as of 9:33 a.m., we have an active tornado warning for the city of Thomasville, Alabama, in northern Clark County in West Alabama. This is going to be near or just south of the Alabama Highway 5 corridor. You've got Sunny South right here, Atkinson is here, Pine Hill. The Golden Dragon factory sits right about here. And so that possible tornado is going to be very near or just to the south of the Golden Dragon over the next few minutes, and near the railroad line, which runs out of Thomasville up here to Pine Hill. If you're near that railroad line, it's the Norfolk Southern owns that railway. They're in northern Clark and Pine Hill. We want you to be in a safe place if you live near the railroad tracks. Same thing at Yellow Bluff and County Highway 18 and the McMillan-Blodell paper mill right in through here along State Highway 10. County Highway 18 is here. Yellow Bluff is here. Alabama River runs right by that paper mill. Be in a safe place if you're near those areas. That tornado warning does also include areas near Possum Bend in Wilcox County. I should mention as well, if you're at Camden, you are not included in the tornado warning as of now. You are under a severe thunderstorm warning, but you're not included in a tornado warning as of 9:35 a.m. in Camden. Let's go back to our storm down here in southern Clark. This one means business. You've got damaging straight line winds coming in from the west. If you're in Gosport, if you're in Allen, Suggsville, Alma, Gainestown, strong storms moving in from the west, really severe thunderstorms. And as of now, this is a situation where we have one tornado warning on the board. And I am optimistic that after this goes into Wilcox County, for all of us in this building anyway, we are going to hopefully be without tornado warnings for a bit, and we'll be able to kind of go back and covering this in the Red Zone Weather app. Let's zoom into this storm happening just to the north of the greater Bruton area. This is a storm that's under severe limits at this point near Appleton, Castleberry, London, and Sandcut in Conecuh County right there. But this one is one to watch as it continues to move to the northeast. This is a cell that's kind of isolated by itself. And looking at this on velocity, really nothing there as of now, but that's a little area of storms that we'll be tracking over the next few minutes. Clearly, though, the biggest deal is happening in northern Clark County near Thomasville. Possible tornado has now really moved on the eastern side of the city of Thomasville and is approaching the county line. Here's northern Clark County. This is Marengo County here. This is Wilcox County. And so this storm is rapidly crossing into Wilcox County, Alabama now. And in, say, 5 minutes, we'll be able to give Thomasville a tornado all clear. Can't do that just yet, but, and again, hang out in that tornado safe place in Thomasville for the next few minutes. If you're in Atkinson, Pine Hill, Sunny South, Golden Dragon, those are the areas under the gun next from this possible tornado. And we did have a confirmed tornado earlier, but
Several people commenting South Thomasville power outages.
Yeah, so Bentley just said, thanks for passing that along, Bentley. We have several folks commenting on Facebook Live that power is now out on the south side of Thomasville, Alabama, and that would line up perfectly with this storm that has moved by. Now, whether we have damage or not, I would assume that we've got some trees down, at least at bare minimum, causing power outages. But regardless, this proves that this storm means business as it trucks off to the east at about 55 miles per hour. Right in through here is the southern side of Thomasville, and getting several reports of power outages over the last few minutes. Thanks for bringing that up. And again, if your power goes out anywhere across the region today, let us know. Weather Service is noting that this circulation is now a bit broader than it once was. And with that said, this is rapidly going to become an issue for Wilcox County in West Alabama. Camden, Oak Hill, Pineapple, not involved in this tornado warning. The tornado warning specifically includes Pine Hill, Possum Bend, areas near the McMillan-Blodell paper mill, and areas out here near Coy. But Again, the county seat of Camden not included in the tornado warning as of 9:38 a.m. Let's put this radar into motion. I'm going to look at a few more things here. And y'all know the drill. If I go silent, bear with me. Not going anywhere, but getting a ton of texts and other information. Yeah, and I continue to just see, as I scan social media, we've got reports in northern Clark County that the weather is just bad. And that, you know, with this storm coming through, I don't doubt it one bit. This is just a nasty, severe thunderstorm capable of producing damaging straight line winds and also a tornado now crossing the county line out of Clark County and into Wilcox County. This is Wilcox County here, Marengo County's up here. That is northwestern Monroe County, and back behind me, this is Clark County. And so let's give it 2 more minutes just to be safe. Let's give it 2 more minutes in Thomasville, and we'll give you an all clear. But stay in that tornado safe place for 2 more minutes in Thomasville, and we'll be able to give you a tornado all clear. Just getting in a report from Roy Waite, who is the EMA director for Clark County. We have storm damage reported. Confirmed trees and power lines down in the Coffeyville area near Highway 69, near West Bend Road, and also near Alabama Highway 154. Those were the areas that we were calling out about 20 minutes ago. A tornado happened in Coffeyville. So we've had at least 1 tornado on the ground earlier near Coffeyville. And this cell has now moved into areas near Thomasville, coming into areas near Pine Hill in Wilcox County. And it is safe at this point. If you are at Thomasville, Alabama, we'll give you a tornado all clear. Thomasville, Alabama, you get a tornado all clear. Areas there near Thomasville, also near Springfield, Sand Flat, and west of Highway 43. Anywhere along Alabama Highway 154, you get a tornado all clear at this point. Highway 43 and points west, you get a tornado all clear. For areas near Pine Hill and Possum Bend and Yellow Bluff, you are still under the gun from this tornado warning. But the possible tornado is now clearly on the line between Clark and Wilcox counties coming into Wilcox. And so it is prudent at this point to say Thomasville gets a severe weather all clear for now. So you can come out of that tornado hiding place. And you know what? With that said, we'll give you an all clear in Pine Hill and Yellow Bluff as well. The tornado warning has been canceled. And so for the first time in about an hour and a half, we now have no active tornado warnings for any part of South Alabama or Northwest Florida. Let's put this in motion and kind of do a reset, because what we're going to do is go back to covering these storms in the Red Zone Weather app. I have a sneaking suspicion that we will be back on the air shortly with more tornado warnings. But because we don't have any active tornado warnings, we're going to say goodbye in just a minute. Let's talk about what we have going on right now, though, because we do have severe thunderstorms happening in parts of Clark and Washington counties. Big storms happening also in Greene County, Mississippi. Let's kind of work the line from south to north this time. We'll start back over here in Mississippi. Here's Hattiesburg. Big time storms happening near the I-59 corridor over near Petal and Hattiesburg in Mississippi. You've also got storms happening near Beaumont, coming into areas near Leakesville over the next hour in Greene County, Mississippi. Severe thunderstorm warnings happening right now in much of Clark, Monroe, and western Conecuh counties due to this band of thunderstorms. Very heavy rain happening near Leroy, Jackson, Allen, also coming into areas near Watley, Fulton, now back behind the line of storms. This storm is going to move into areas near Gosport and ARC, not to be confused with what it was years ago, ARP, Alabama River Cellulose. It's right here in the western part of Monroe County. Very heavy rain about to begin, and could have damaging straight line winds with this severe line of thunderstorms as it pushes off to the east. This storm also is going to impact Wilcox County as well, near Camden and Vredenburg. So severe thunderstorms moving across our region now. And again, just scanning our reports here, Weather Service noting that they have canceled the tornado warning for Clark and Wilcox, but the risk of damaging straight line winds does continue. And so damaging straight line winds clearly becoming the concerns. Let's look at this also on the iPad view. If you'll take me back over to the radar scope view, please. And this storm, at this moment, I don't see really any areas of concern. Right here is your main line of thunderstorms. I don't see any imminent tornado concerns on this line as it pushes into areas like Monroeville over the next 30 minutes. So main line of storms happening near Gosport, extending back down to Alma and Leroy and Jackson, coming into Monroeville over the next few minutes. But let's go back over to LD1 as we kind of end this particular round of coverage. Because we have no active tornado warnings as of 9:45 a.m., we're going to go back to covering these storms in the Red Zone Weather app. That is our normal policy around here. If we get a tornado warning, of course, we'll come right back and bring you the very latest if you get a tornado warning across our local area. But right now, we don't. We have no active tornado warnings as of 9:45 a.m. If we get a warning, we'll come back. And also be sure to watch the Red Zone Weather app. If you haven't already downloaded the app, be sure to do that. I will have plenty more updates coming over the next few minutes. Hope you have a great morning, and I have a sneaking suspicion that I will see you in just a little bit.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone Weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.